Stop chasing. Look, it's Marcel, aka Honey Bunny Sunny, and you know I'm on a mission to make you some money. Listen, we have a really big money making opportunity tomorrow. Okay, we got a really big money making opportunity tomorrow, but with great opportunity is also great risk. There's also a chance that you get it wrong, right? So this is why going into tomorrow, we are not going to front run. Okay, we are not going to try to, put the cart before the horse. We are going to be patient and we are going to make sure that we execute. Okay, now before I get into this video, all right, I want you to like, comment. Let's get this into the algorithm. If it's your first time seeing my face, if it's your first time on Marcel Profits YouTube channel, welcome. Okay, if this video is helpful, and I say this all the time, right? If it's helpful, subscribe. If I'm not giving you value, if I'm not giving you something that you can't get somewhere else, just keep on going. All right, no love lost. Now, I want to show you guys on the charts exactly what we need to be looking for in order for us to, go for calls or go for puts, right? Tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day. Today we had JOLTS data come out better than expected, which could kind of be hinting at what could be taking place tomorrow with the rate decision. All right, so I'm gonna pull up, I'm gonna pull up SPY so that you guys can, just get a idea of, like what the market is looking like. All right, so I'm gonna pull this up in just a second, and I'm just gonna go over a few scenarios, right? Like some things to look for, some levels to look out for. Again, when announcements happen, things can go haywire, right? So we want to make sure that we got a game plan going into tomorrow. All right. So as it stands right now, it's about 12:30 on the West Coast, so about a half hour into market close. This is what SPY is looking like. Okay. So let's say Friday we had a reverse hammer. Yesterday we got a confirmation candle with a lower low and a lower high, showing that SPY wants to come down. Okay. SPY today, however, barely came down. As you can see, 0.07% on the on the index itself movement, and that's even changing as I'm talking about it. Right, there's about 30 minutes left in the market, so that could close. By 1 p.m. it could close, right at break even, or it could close green. Who knows, right? But there is room for SPY to come down, right? There's this small gap here around 676, 72 that it could come down to, right? So, you definitely want to make sure that you mark that level, mark that area of 676, 65 and 676.22, right? For a gap, make sure you mark that on your chart. And then if it comes down to there, it could possibly bounce. If it does not bounce right there and it breaks through, as you can see, there is a ton of room to the downside on SPY, right? So if things, come out negatively, right? Like it's not the rate cut that we're expecting, or the rate cut has already been baked into the price that we're seeing in the market right now, then we could see this come down significantly. We're talking about, as far as 650, which we last retested, I think it was November 21st. Let's see. Yeah, November 21st. That was the last time that we tested that level. So we could easily, come down there once the level of like 679 is cleared, once the gap is clear, right? So we got, 679 and then the gap down here around 676.80, that, or 676.65, depending on where where your cursor is. That's really going to let us know if we are going to continue downward or if we are going to bounce. Now, again, that is a pretty likely scenario, right? I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, well, if it's a rate cut, then that's good. So the market is bullish. It doesn't always work like that. It's the same way with earnings. It doesn't always work like that. Sometimes the market already has baked in those sentiments, right? It's already like the market is already front running your emotions, right? The market is already, pretty much locked into what everybody is anticipating. So what could also happen is we could go higher. So when you zoom out a little bit, or let me make this a little bit smaller so you guys can get a real picture of like just the trend, right? Some people may say we've already had our pullback, right? And this is also like a really good case, right? We've already had our pullback, like I said, November 21st, when it came down here and tested that 650, 651 area. And what we could be in right now, which is appearing to be showing that SPY wants to come down, is really just a slight little consolidation before continuing higher, because ultimately SPY is supposed to show a uptrend, right? The market is rigged to go up, right? It's that is just the nature of the indexes of the greatest companies. So this was a significant pullback. Let's pull out the ruler tool to see exactly how much it pulled back. So SPY already pulled back about 6%. So it didn't quite correct. It didn't go into correction territory. Correction territory, as you've seen in other videos, I got that marked down here, right? This third block right here, this is an order block. This is where a lot of smart money is sitting. This is where a correction would be. So I don't think that the rate cut is going to trigger a correction, but you never know, right? We can't talk about that until we get there and start breaking down some levels to the downside. But if on this news we get a pump above highs, another set of scenarios comes in, right? I want y'all to really be clear that it's not just this or that. It's this, and then this or this can happen, or that, and then that and that can happen, right? So if we break above highs, and it's really important to write this down, if we break above highs, the first thing that you should be watching for is a pump fake, right? The first thing that you should be watching for is a pump fake. This is a great opportunity for liquidity, okay? Understand me. This is a great opportunity for liquidity. We know the market loves liquidity. The market loves finding those stop losses and wiping y'all out of there, getting y'all up out of your positions, and then making the move. So if we get good news and then it breaks above highs, it could very easily slam and then and then find itself in some sort of consolidation for a little bit and then break back up to the upside. Or it can find itself right back at highs, reject, and then fall hard, right? So it's like you want to keep those levels that I mentioned in mind. Keep 690 in mind for the highs, right? Keep the gap in mind around 670, 676, 677 in that little pocket, right? Understand where the correction is. Again, I don't think you're going to have to worry about that this week because it's so far down to get to that 10% correction. But keep that in mind. You know what I mean? If it breaks below the gap, right? Keep 651 in mind. This is another critical level that we bounced at again on November 21st. So keep those levels in mind and make sure you are being risk off, right? Wait for your confirmations. If we break above, we need to see a confirmation on the daily, right? Not just 15-minute whatever. Like, we need to see it on the daily because there could be a major fake out, okay? Sometimes that move is not coming the day of. Sometimes the move is the following day or the following week. All right, so we want to be prepared for whatever. Keep your risk limited, right? Until we have a clear direction. The clear direction comes once we have the confirmation on the daily. Tomorrow, we could see a ton of volatility, whipsawing, strong pump up, strong dumps down, strong pumps up, strong dumps. You never know when it comes to major decisions like this. Everybody's going to be sitting at their laptop just like you, with their phones out, with their screens out there. Everybody is locked in. Institutions, people that have been doing this for the longest, and everybody is making decisions. Okay. You don't want to get caught up trying to be the genius and get ahead of it. You need confirmation. So while there'll be a lot of volatility tomorrow and chances to make money, be patient, because the bigger move is coming after the initial move. All right. That's what I want y'all to understand. All right. Do not get caught up in the wicks. Do not, try to take something off the open, anticipating what's going to be said in the meeting. Don't do that. Just wait. Your money's going to be there. The setups are going to be there. All right. But just wait, because there will be some crazy movement, because we just going to have a lot of volume. Okay. A lot of volume is good because you can get in and out of your plays easily, and it can take your play to where it needs to be. But we got to understand where it's going first. Okay. Make sure you got those levels. Go and watch this video back as many times as you need to. Hit me in the comments if you have any questions, right? I'll get back to you and let you know what I'm thinking, what my logic is on how to play tomorrow. But this can be a really good opportunity, or it can be something that, that throws your week completely off. We've already had 2 strong days. Monday we killed them, and today we did well in the group as well. Okay, so be patient, lock in, and we're gonna get this money. Okay, now if you are looking for a trading home, you don't have a group, you don't got people that you can bounce your ideas off of to really get that knowledge, to really get that learning done, the Prosperity Collective is the only way. All right, when you're trying to learn trading, it's such a sophisticated craft to learn. You need to be asking questions. You need profitable people around you that are able to be like, nah, don't worry about that. Focus on this. Look at this. Do this, right? Trying to figure that out on your own can take forever. Now, if you want to figure it out completely on your own, that's completely fine. Take the journey. But it's nothing like having people right there to help you kind of curb some of those mistakes. Avoid certain pitfalls that's not necessary. You will make mistakes, but there's certain mistakes that are unnecessary because you just don't have the knowledge to understand what to focus on, right? We're trying to simplify this as much as possible for you. And I truly believe that me and Zay and the Prosperity Collective got the best group, best Discord on the internet for so many reasons. You can ask the people in the group. All right. That's all I got for you guys today. I wish you well. I hope that you kill it tomorrow. Remember, invest smart, live free, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.